ahead of myself. Thank you. Okay. It is now 11:01 and the AdSAC committee is hereby called to order. And we'll do a roll call verbally so that we can get it on the record. Todd?
Here.
David?
Here.
Scott?
Here.
The chair is here, and Tamara? Tamara is absent. Murphy? Murphy is absent. There were no other members. And then, Jason, do you want to just go through? We have as one of our guests this morning, Ms. Donna Mormon from Planning. We have Mike and Jason with us as well. So that should get our roll call handled.
All right, we've got one application for the Arts District Sign Advisory Committee today. It's application number 220-314-0007. It's an application for a certificate of appropriateness by Marie Byram of Byram Sign and Lighting for 18 square feet of illuminated attached signs on the southeast elevation. The address is 2111 Flora Street. It is in the Arts District Sign District. The zoning is PD number 145. All applicable code for the Arts District has been met. This sign is considered a cultural institution identification sign. It is constructed entirely of metal, glass, and LED lighting. The faces of each letter are to be frosted glass and will illuminate white using white LED. The letters will also halo light against a silver black backplate. All hardware and electrical will be concealed. This sign is to be of identical construction to the sign for the tenant next door at 2121 Flora. This sign was reviewed and approved in July of 2020.
You freeze it up again? Oh.
There it goes. All right, here's an aerial map. This sign will face Flora. And the zoning, you can see Subdistrict C straight to the south and Subdistrict A straight to the east. This is just regular Arts District. Subdistrict B would be to the north. Here's a location map. The sign they reference that it's going to be like is just to the side of it there where it says existing Flora loft sign. Here is another location detail. You can see how far it is from the curb. And an elevation view.
Jason, is one of those the existing sign?
Yes.
It's in that little rectangle. Okay.
Yes. Here's the Flora lofts next door.
Yeah.
Here are the sign details. And they've got a photo rendering in there. And the sign is going to read the GFAM Foundation. That stands for Green Family Foundation. It is for a museum. There's a rendering as well as a comparison with the sign next door for Flora Lofts. Here is the site photos. It'll be mounted on this awning here. And there are side views there on the right. And here's the surrounding area. This is facing southeast and on Olive towards Flora and southwest on Flora towards Olive. You can see the Trumbull Crow Museum there. And this is facing northeast on Flora from Olive. And this is facing also northeast on Flora, but it shows what's across the street. And northeast on Flora from Pearl, and southeast on Pearl at Flora. You can see the cathedral there. And these are some of the signs around the district, some other cultural identification signs, the AT&T Performing Arts. Here's the Dallas Museum of Art. And the Crow Museum and the Morton Meyer. Here are some of the other signs. Again, the Flora Lofts there, and there's the Park Fast, which is similar construction. Those are reverse channel letters rather than facelit on the corner there. And staff recommends approval.
Jason, the two, I call them marquees or whatever, they're identical, aren't they?
Yes, like same
Because it looked like they
construction.
were identical, so it would be a symmetrical look.
Correct.
And the same size, it wasn't clear.
They're roughly the same size.
You can see the different letters are smaller on the ends, the bookends here at this side.
There's a side-by-side comparison, but I mean, they both take up about the entire canopy there. So as far as width goes, the GFAM letters may be a little bigger.
And coloration of the,
Yeah, they're identical.
they're
Yeah.
identical, if I remember.
Yeah, here's, I think this photo rendering is what they included with the Flora Lofts whenever they proposed it. But yeah, silver returns and backplate, and then frosted glass on the faces.
And no change in coloration.
Right, all white LED, all white illumination.
We've made that mistake once before with our
Yes.
Slither by, remember,
Yes,
Scott?
yes.
Yeah.
And then I guess a question, this is the only sign that they're applying for. There's nothing in the window to explain what GFAM is for somebody who's walking by.
I haven't seen anything. This is the only application I have.
Okay.
David, Todd, did you guys have questions too?
I did not.
Oh, okay. Scott, what about you?
No, I mean, it sounds like they could come back for additional signage if they need it under the current ordinance. I usually like to look at these all at one time, rather,
For
identifying them.
consistency, yeah. The only difference I see in the two is that one has the street address on it, the other does not.
And that may be something they add later.
Which
Like-
that doesn't require a review
Right.
here if it's, and I'm assuming it would be similar in look, just the plain sans serif type, it looks like sans serif type of lettering.
I'm guessing that was put on by the building whenever they finally occupied that suite, would be my guess. It is an assumption, like you said.
The address number is required by the fire department.
Correct.
Okay,
We do have a registered speaker on the line, Marie Byram, with Byram Sign and Lighting. I don't know if she wanted to say anything or not. Your camera would need to be on if you wish to speak.
Marie, we can't tell if you're muted or not. Did you want to speak? If so, we need to have your camera on to record you as being here. Okay, if Marie has nothing to add, do we have any further, sorry, I'm losing my voice, any further discussion? Scott, did you have any other questions?
I don't really. It seems pretty straightforward. So I would make a motion to approve the request as presented today with no changes.
Okay, do we have a second?
I will second.
Todd, second. Okay, second by Todd. Okay, we'll do a roll call vote. So Todd, we'll go through you guys first.
Aye.
Aye. David,
In favor?
in favor, Scott,
Approve.
and the chair votes approve. So it is unanimous. And, well, that was a quick meeting, and you had to come all the way over here. So.
That's okay. It's good to see everyone.
Okay, we need to go through the minutes for approval. It's been a long time and I've just read through mine. I did not see any corrections or additions. Did anybody else see anything that was, it's hard to remember, we so seldom get together. Did you see anything?
I didn't, I don't remember Alaya, being there, so I'm assuming that's correct.
Okay. I think she did sit in on that one, didn't she, Jason? Alaya Hawk, Commissioner Hawk.
I believe so. I hopefully wouldn't have put it on there unless she had.
Okay.
I think that may have been one of her first meetings.
So, I'm sorry, showing that she was absent.
Oh,
Showed absent? Oh, okay.
I can go back and
That's
verify
right.
that.
That was the week she had trouble getting in, I think, because it was like long enough ago. And she and I talked like, and she did have trouble getting in.
Okay.
So she could not, you're right. So
Did I show her as,
you showed her as absent.
okay, then she was not there.
Okay, yeah, we both put all of our brains together and we might have one memory that's correct. Okay. Okay, the minutes stand approved as stated then, and is there any further business that anybody needs to discuss?
Calendar.
Calendar, questions about calendar?
Let me pull that up. There was a couple dates for City Plan Commission that changed.
Okay, I was looking for my copy of the calendar too.
I'm gonna pull it up so everybody can see it.
Okay, thanks, Jason. I want to be sure I've got the latest. Oh, where did I put it? Not there, okay. So I have a calendar.
Okay, from what I remember, the May meeting changed to 5/19.
Okay,
And then,
That's for this committee?
no, this committee, the meetings didn't change.
Okay.
This was City Plan Commission, which this body doesn't go to City Plan Commission, but it is on the calendar there.
I see.
okay,
And then the December meeting changed. Instead of the first week, both of those changed to the second week in May and in December.
okay, so then, I'm sorry, did you say it was, which committee meeting changed?
City Plan Commission, which is irrelevant for this committee, but
Right,
it
so it
is
went to
the same
5/19.
calendar. Yes. So that's actually the next City Plan Commission meeting
Okay.
after the one, right after this one. So not the next one after, sorry.
Okay, great,
Yes, and then the December one changed,
okay,
which
that's not unusual.
it was approved by the SSDAC already.
Okay. Okay. If is there any other discussion or business we need to conduct? If not, then the meeting of the ASAC committee stands adjourned at 11:14 a.m. Thanks, everybody.